Hello,
Hello.
hello.
Hi. Welcome back to Creator Camp Live. To be honest, I've lost track of the episode numbers.
I
I
think
think
we're on
it's
7?
7. That's pretty
Yeah, 7.
stellar. That's amazing. 7 months of hanging out. Thanks for coming to our live show today. We're so excited to talk to you about all the things that are going on with Creator Camp, and it's going to be a great show. My name is Snackless. I work on community engagement here at Twitch. I work on our Creator Camp site, our educational aspects of TwitchCon. So that includes all of the fun things that you do at Creator Camp, all the handouts, the panels, all the slides. That is all me, and I am the host of this show. And I've been a streamer on Twitch for the past 10 years, so I've been around for a minute, and I am joined by my fabulous co-host, Orange Juice TV, who I call Orange. Welcome back to our show. Thank you so much for co-hosting. Feel free to introduce yourself.
Yes, hello chat. I'm Orange Juice TV. You can call me Owen. Only Snackless can call me Orange. I'm a
Yes.
hardcore Minecraft streamer and Twitch ambassador, and very excited to be here again.
Amazing. Welcome back. We are so stoked to have you back to join us today. Make sure you follow Owen so that you can keep up with all the fun things that they're doing in Minecraft. It is a hoot to watch. Let me introduce you to Creator Camp in case you haven't joined one of our live shows before. Creator Camp is Twitch's educational interactive show, and we teach you all about streaming essentials. So everything from content creation, community building, tech aspects, and monetization, and everything in between. So if you've been streaming for a long time or a short time or anything in between, we are here to hopefully give you some insider tips and tricks. And I do have insider information this episode to share. Okay. We love a good secret. So I have fun things to share with you. And this is what's going on the website right now. As you can see, Creator Camp, our educational website, has gone through a lot of updates. It's got major new categories, everything from gaming and IRL to food and drink. There's everything in there, including monetization, lots of tips and tricks and insider data that I could share when I was allowed to. So if you haven't checked out the update, please do. It is absolutely awesome. Moving on to today's show topic. Today, we're talking about monetization on Twitch, and what better time to talk about it during September, aka SUBtember, the best time of the year on Twitch. Today, though, we're going to be talking about bits, subs, hype train strategies, and how to make the most of subscription discount promotions, as well as September, because it is the time. So hopefully we'll give you some ideas, some inspiration, and some tips to have even more successful streams. A reminder that this show is interactive. We're so excited to see you all hyped in chat. And so if you have any questions, you are free to post them during the show and throughout. Our lovely helpers in the back will pull those questions, and we'll do our best to answer as many of them as we can. We also do answer some of them during the show. So Owen and I keep an eye on the chat, and we definitely do our best to tap them in when we can. So with all that being said, let's dive into our first topic, which is bits and subscriptions. Bits and subscriptions are an awesome way for your community to support you monetarily. You can add in alerts and interactive elements, and all those things will help you reward your community and encourage viewers to get involved. And I saw an interesting comment in chat that I like to call out, and it's that, like, maybe we shouldn't be streaming just for money. And I totally agree. There's many aspects to streaming, and for some people, streaming is their full-time job. For some people, streaming is their part-time job. And for some people, streaming is just for fun. But everyone is on Twitch for their own reasons and they have their own goals in place. And so if this aligns with your goals, that's great. If it doesn't, that's okay. Take what makes sense and leave what doesn't, and we'll dive further into it. So let me tap in, Owen, to talk about why we should consider bits and subscriptions and how that can plus up our experience as creators as well as our viewers.
Absolutely. There's definitely there's a great call out in terms of like taking what you can from this episode, because I think it's one of the more nitty gritty ones where we're going to be looking into some of the more specific functionalities that's very unique to Twitch. And one of those things being subscriptions, and the way that we interact with them here on Twitch is a little bit different from what you might see. Subs and bits are a great way to be able to develop a type of community here on Twitch, no matter how big or small you might be. And it's all about how you go about treating those moments when they happen. subs and bits are a great way for not only the creator to be rewarded for the content that they're producing for the audience, but also for those audience members to be able to have some kind of reward. For example, subscriptions can give people access to having ad-free viewing, can give them a badge, and having that type of reward has shown to be really good for retention, not just on like an individual stream, because we can talk very minutely over like minutes, but like we're talking long term over years. Having that incentive to keep coming back once they have that stake of a month-long sub will really help as you're growing your Twitch community.
Hmm.
Essentially, a subscription is like you're inviting somebody. If you want to frame it like this, you can inviting them into like a club of sorts. And this goes very back into the branding that we've talked about on Creator Camp. Specifically for myself, I have something called the Juice Cafe, a sort of digital space representation of what the community is. And when somebody first subs for the first time, if I note that they haven't gotten any kind of recurring subscriptions, I'll have invited them, basically welcoming them to like the Juice crew. There's a bunch of different things that you can see over Twitch, for examples of how you can frame that as joining a community in a more like club or physical sense, but that's the way that I do it. And you can view
Hmm.
that as a type of branding, which you can also feed into alerts, which is super helpful because it allows you to tie everything together. Be that if you are related to oranges in any way, having orange related things, Snackless, you go for
Or
apples, I
apples.
believe.
Yep,
Yeah,
I'm an apple
absolutely.
queen.
Yeah. So
Quite the
having that
parallel.
theming when people do gift or reoccur subs or give bits, tying that in, you
Hmm.
can use the default alerts that you have, but it's a great opportunity for you to have a moment be accentuated during your streams. Another great
Definitely.
way of distinguishing people who in the community might be able to support you more and those kind of like to act as a callback to what they've done in the past is the badges that you can get through subs and
Yep.
bits. We're going to be talking a little bit about subscriptions shortly, but for bits, there are something called bits badges that you can find in the creator dashboard of
Yep.
Twitch. A great opportunity to create your own icons and have that. If you want to, you can have it progress. For example, mine start as a small orange seed, and the more bits somebody gives, that kind of grows into a tree and eventually a whole planet. So another great opportunity to tie in that theming and branding. But there's also
Yep.
very how would you call it? Sort of short-term rewards that you can give for bits. For example, you could have some
Yep.
kind of functionality to tie in bits with text to speech. A streamer
Very
that I got
popular.
that from, yeah, I took that completely from Phil's a Minecraft hardcore streamer when I first started because I assumed that that's something that everybody did because he was the only one that I watched
Mm.
when I began. So I was like, oh, 100 bits should equal text to speech. And
Yeah.
that's, I think, one of the main reasons why people do you have text to speech enabled for your stuff, or is it only for
I
like
I
different
don't
rewards?
because I feel like I mean, it would be an interesting element, but I don't know if it suits me in particular. But that being
That's
said,
fair.
I think it'd be fun to turn it on for special moments. Like for me, a big thing about streaming is knowing your community and your style and knowing what fits. You can see
Mm.
somebody with a really cool idea. And what we always encourage you to do on the show is take that idea and transform it so that it suits you. It would be really weird if I met up with Owen and I was like, wow, I love your idea of having your bit badges continue from an orange seed to an orange to a planet. I'm going to make the same thing when I'm like obsessed with apples. That would be so strange. And so it's really great practice to kind of like take, like I said at the start of the stream, is like take what makes sense and apply it to you and then leave what doesn't. But that being said, I do think that bits text to speech is really, really good idea. And if it makes
Mm.
sense for you and your community, you should definitely turn it on because I feel like it's a no-brainer. It's a
Mm.
great
It,
way to engage people.
it's a good incentive to act for them to be able to if they for example I have text to speech as a channel point redemption as well, but if that's on cooldown or if it's not working for the day, chat usually kind of defers to the 100 bits gifting. And as a final thing that you can do for bits, you can also have channel goals. We'll also talk about how that can be used for subs in a little bit. If you type in goals into your creator dashboard, you'll be able to find a way for you to set up some kind of custom goal over any amount, over any duration. And you can kind of have it be like, oh, if I get to
Yep.
say, I don't know, 30,000 or 3,000 bits, I'll be able to afford to be able to maybe get this new piece of functionality for stream, and
Yeah.
allowing people to see basically, oh, if I support this creator in this way, this much, then I'll be able to get a more enjoyable viewing experience due to some kind of functionality that they might be able to add. And you
Exactly. People
essentially
love to
start
support you.
building, yeah, you build that. If you're just starting out, you might think, monetization might not be the place for you. It's a great opportunity to start building the assets of your stream with your community, so they can see how
Mhm.
far you've come in like a year or so. Um,
Yeah,
do you want to talk about
100%.
subscriptions and how those might differ slightly from bits?
Yeah, absolutely. So on Twitch, we have bits and subscriptions. So bits, as we like talked about, are kind of like our online currency. Subscriptions are a way for people to support you monetarily. So basically, it kind of varies from country to country on price, but your viewers or supporters will pay X amount of dollars per month, and then that will give them some kind of benefit. And those benefits can be ones that already exist that we have available for you to offer on Twitch, as well as other benefits that you add in. So I would really encourage you to think about how you can enhance subscriptions on your channel. We don't want somebody to subscribe on our channel and get that base sub badge. It's just a purple square with a white star in it. We want people to subscribe to our channels and unlock cool badges. I know Owen was talking about their bit badges. For me, I am a lover of apples, and mine starts off with one apple slice, and then I think two apple slices, and then it goes to half an apple, and then it basically goes from being like a green apple to yellow to pink to red, and then it starts to turn into like candy apples and all this kind of fun things. And it's a great way for people to stay engaged and a good incentive for them to hang on to their reoccurring subscription in your channel, because they want to be able to unlock whatever's at the end of the track, right? And for me, that is a golden apple at the very end. And in addition to that, we want to offer even more fun things on stream. Here you can see that they have some unique alerts coming up. So a big nose bug they have a theme park theme. And so they get a ticket when they subscribe and they become part of the theme park. They get to be involved with that. And then Lexi Games has kind of like a charms sort of theme. And so she has all of her sub badges match to that. It's really cute to see them all in the chat. And even her hype train they're all themed around their branding, and they all work to reward people who subscribe to their channels. And we want to also think about offering subscriber only benefits. And so the ones that Twitch offers could be, and these are ones that you can choose to offer or not choose to offer, but they can be ad free viewing so that your viewers who are subscribed have a view where they're not interrupted by ads. They can have emotes that we talked about with badges. You can also offer no slow mode so that they can post as often as they like when you're streaming. And as well as that, you can also have subscriber only chat, which is kind of great to have in your back pocket, especially if you ever need to turn it on, if something ever feels funny in stream or you'd like another layer of security. That's another great way to kind of utilize that. And I'd love to hear from you, chat. Like, what are things that you've seen, either rewards for subscribers or badges in other chats that you absolutely love? Like, what's your favorite sub badge or what's your favorite sub reward? For me, I also love to add in some interaction. So when people resubscribe to my channel, I thank them for being the apple of my eye. And I've been doing this since like when I first started streaming and got partnered probably like 8 years ago, I think. And so now I can't stop because obviously I can't tell them that they're not the apple of my eye. So I am, stuck to doing that. And I mean, that's another call out too, because I guess if you start doing something, you should be prepared to keep doing it, because even for Owen has this really cute orange, and they can unlock, I forget exactly how they unlock it with bits or channel points, but it goes on Owen's microphone. And if one day Owen was like, you know what, we're not going to have the orange anymore, there would be outrage, because the orange
They'd
is there
riot.
every stream, right? They would be like, why would you take that away? So yeah, just to call out to make sure that if you introduce something and they love it, that's now your thing. Okay, you're now a lover of oranges or apples or whatever whatever that is that you have introduced. Oh yeah,
I'm a big
that's a
fan
good idea.
of Big Nose Bug, which we just saw in the asset just now. Not only do they have
Yeah.
that like ticket stub thing, but have you ever been to like a theme park and you get like a laminated key card or something, and it has like a barcode
Hmm.
on the back? They
Yeah.
have one of those for when somebody does a recurring subscription, which is different from gifted in
Oh,
that
cute.
it then like turns around and shows their profile picture and has like when they started following and like how much they've chatted. There's like a lot of detail packed into that, which is I think is really
Wow.
cool.
That is really neat. That's very, very cool. And what a cool way to like plus that up and really involve people. Also, they get to kind of show it off. I think like a lot of people like to show off how long they've been subscribed or like how many bits they have donated to a channel or whatever that is, you know, the streaks, like sharing a streak in chat, same things, offering options for people to be able to show off kind of what they've achieved in your channel is definitely a great strategy.
Mm.
Let's just segue that into our hype trains and talk about the next topic. Hype trains start in chat when there is a spike in monetization events in a channel. They challenge the community to reach different levels and they reward everyone who participates with different emotes. So there's going to be a hype train pop up. It's going to go across the top of the chat, letting everyone know that a hype train started. And then there'll be a timer as well. So they kind of come up and they encourage community members to participate either by tipping bits or gifting subscriptions or renewing subscriptions. Any of those things kind of contribute to a hype train. And they're really fun. And it even tracks the level at the top and gives you a timer that shows you how long you have to continue unlocking levels. And of course, the more levels that you unlock, the cooler the emotes get, and you can continue to unlock them with repetitive hype trains. And here we have Lexi Games. Her hype train is so cute. It has the little charms on the train that are one, aligned with her branding, but two, so cute. Like, what a fun way to reward people for, you know, participating and setting off a hype train in your channel with like a fun alert. There are a few different settings that you can consider when setting off a hype train. And so it's a good idea to review them and make sure that they suit you and your community. So one of those is a kickoff threshold. So for some of the streamers that I watch who are very popular streamers and they're consistently getting subscriptions and bits, and there's a lot of traffic going on there monetization wise, they up the kickoff threshold so that instead of them going off more frequently, they want to set maybe they want to set like a 3-hour cooldown, right? Like maybe in they stream for 8 hours, they only really want to have 3 hype trains go off. You can adjust that threshold so that it suits you and your community. You can also adjust the level goals and the difficulty. So not only the kickoff, but how many subs and bits it takes to go up in levels. You can also adjust that. And you can also control the cooldown period. So maybe you want them harder to kick off, but you still want to be able to have them more frequently. You can control that. And they even have this cool thing where you can personalize them. So when the hype train starts and at the top of the screen says like hype train starting, you can actually choose an emote that you want to have be a part of that notification at the top of the screen, which is also really fun and really cute. And as you see here, Lexi Games has an awesome personalized alert. But if you don't have a personalized alert that goes exactly with everything you're doing, Twitch does have hype train alerts available in the alert box in your settings. So you can definitely check those out there. And lastly, I wanted to touch base on the different types of trains that there are. So of course we have our standard hype trains, but we also have a treasure train and a golden kappa train. Oh, and have you ever had either of those?
I think I got the Golden Kappa one sometime
Yeah.
this year, and I remember freaking out about it because the hype train happens quite often because my difficulty set slightly lower, like you were saying, and I remember
Mhm.
chat going crazy for it by spamming that it was happening in chat. So thankfully they were on the ball, looking out for it. Have you
That's
ever
pretty
received
sweet.
either?
I've been a part of a golden kappa, but I don't know. I think I maybe had the golden kappa one. I've not had a treasure train, but that's pretty cool. I have had a lot of shared hype trains, which is the fourth type, is when you're doing stream together. If you set off a hype train, then they can unlock the levels at the same time together. And then both of your
Mm.
communities can share the rewards, which is really cool as well. But hype trains are absolutely awesome. And now that you have a little bit more information on kind of what they're about and kind of what settings we can adjust, let's talk a little bit more about hype train strategy. Like, why should we kind of care about hype trains and what can we do
Mm.
to enhance that experience for ourselves and our viewers, Owen?
Yeah, I think the why is a really important one to cover because it's like, well, if this is happening, then I might as well just sort of let it happen in the background. But I think that misses an opportunity to allow the chat to get excited about something that is a communicative thing. Rewarding your community for you is essentially the big part of hype trains. They give custom badges that happen to people that have done either the conducting, aka supporting, of the current train that's happening, or even ones that have happened in the past. as well as unlocking new emotes depending on what level that you've reached. These are emotes that can be used anywhere on Twitch, and there's new ones that are dropping every now and again. So there's always a more excitement over what other things can people get. We've seen that it increases engagement when hype trains happen, both in terms of potential monetization increase, but also getting people excited in chat. It's a really good opportunity to kind of take hold of it, that moment when it's happening. Using the hype train to kind of pull people out of, like, occasionally when you're watching a live stream, sometimes, maybe something grabs your attention. Maybe you're having it run, but you're sort of like kind of glassy eyed and looking at something else. Having that like spike of hype gives you an opportunity to kind of hook everybody back in and re-engage them in on the content that you might be producing. But really what you're going to be trying to focus on, as well as, making a space where everybody can get excited about it, is how do you increase the level on that hype train if you're trying to kind of reach new standards. Taking an opportunity to stop what you're doing, maybe if you're playing a game that's particularly action-packed, and it's going to pull your attention away from moments that are happening in the hype train. It's a nice moment to kind of take a break on what you're doing there and focus in on the support that's happening. It's always a good opportunity as a streamer to be able to thank people who are supporting you, either that kind of by engagement, or specifically now we're talking about monetization and revenue. It's great to have people make sure that they feel seen and heard. And you'll find that you see great engagement and monetization increase if you take those moments to appreciate the people that are kind of jumping on those.
It's a
And
great
like we
call out.
said, taking the opportunity to also keep an eye out for specialized trains, because they can just kind of go under the radar when you're not ready. If you're locked in on a game, then
Yeah.
maybe you might miss it. We've seen as well, specifically, I have ran a subathon this year where people could donate and gift subs in order to keep a timer going to keep me live for longer.
Hmm.
That was a moment throughout those 11 or 12 days where we had a lot of hype trains coming through. And so that offered a really good opportunity for a lot of people to unlock emotes that they previously didn't. And one of the ones, it was quite a humorous moment, is that one of the emotes that everybody wanted was on a level 1 train. So we had to beat level 1 and then not go any higher. Otherwise, you would be unlocking one of the higher tier ones instead of the lower
Right.
ones. So we all had to coordinate together who was going to be like jumping in on the train for that specific one, because it was happening like once every hour and I was
Oh,
live 24/7. So that's a great
I see. And
opportunity.
they all wanted in.
Yeah, they all
I
wanted to jump in
see.
on that.
Oh my gosh. And what was
Um,
the emo? Do you remember?
I think it was a cat with sunglasses sort of like pacing forwards. It was kind of like strutting
Okay.
forwards. Everybody wanted that
Cute.
one. And so we had to kind of take turns in jumping in on that. But also a great way to increase monetization and to reach new levels is by having
Yeah.
that goal be in mind when you're moving forward. So having that, like, okay, we've reached a certain level, maybe we've hit level 4 or 5 or 13, whatever it is, having
Yeah.
that in mind as you get closer is a great
Yeah.
opportunity to kind of maybe break that barrier.
That's a great call out,
Um,
chat. I'd love to see what your favorite hype train emotes are. I actually also have a gripe that I'm trying to unlock this. I think it's salt. There's this
oh
one.
yeah.
Okay, it goes with this. I feel like I talk about this all the time because I still don't have it, but I love this emote, this hype. It's called Stir the Pot. And it has one that's like salty or something. And I don't have it unlocked for some reason unknown to me, and I it's the only one I want. It's so cute, but that's my favorite one is Stir the Pot, and I love seeing what other the Gritty Goose one's pretty cute too.
I can see
There's some
chat's
really
found the
good ones.
that's a serve. It's called. It's the cat walking forwards. Oh, I have it. Great, I've unlocked it. I can use it. Oh,
Oh, that's the one,
I've
Touch
got
of
it.
Salt. Wait,
Oh,
what's the one you
somebody has
called?
it. That's a serve. It's like a couple of people were
That's a
spamming it in
serve.
chat then with the
Wait,
like
that's so
pasting forward.
cute. Oh, I
Yeah, he's
actually
great.
love that. The box one's
So
cute
there
too.
you
I
go.
snake in a box.
Oh, let's
That's
see. Where's
actually
that one?
great.
Oh, there. Yeah, that's
Snake in a
good.
box. It's like yeah,
Yeah,
hard to
like
tell
Metal
that it's
Gear
the same
Solid.
TBH, but oh my gosh, I'm so envious of all those salt ones. They're so cute.
That's
Yeah.
good.
I mean, we all love a good hype train emote. And quick little shout out to TwitchCon. They have turned emotes into pins, and there's some cute ones. Okay.
Yes.
And I'm in the market for trading. Okay. So if you come to creator camp sessions, I will be there and I'm open to pin trading. Okay.
Oh,
So
great. I
come
didn't
on
know that.
by.
I've got a pinball behind me. I'll have to bring some with me when I
Really?
go to
Okay,
TwitchCon this year. We'll
excellent.
have to see if we can swap any.
Yes, That's actually a great idea. And you know, else I was thinking about this today when I was making our social media post. I was like, Owen and I don't have a single photo together. And then I was like,
No.
okay, we're gonna have to have an impromptu creator camp photo shoot in front of, we're gonna have like a fun step and repeat at creator camp this year. And so I'm making a bunch of fun props. So cue Owen and I having a fun photo shoot before one of our panels. And then we can utilize these awesome
That'll be
photos
good.
in the future. Yes, definitely. Okay, that's a lot about hype trains. Thanks for sharing your favorite emails with us. That one's also really cute. The one that's kind of like, it's called Mega Consume. It's like a Kirby vibe. That one's also pretty awesome. I like that one. Very cute. So yeah, definitely join in a hype train when you see them happening. They're an awesome way to get emails, and they're really, really fun to just kind of like unlock as you go. I absolutely love them. I just want to remind you that this is an interactive show. And while we have been answering kind of questions as we go, we do track
Oh,
all of
I
our
lost. Am I gone?
questions.
Hold on one moment. I think
And
I might be gone.
oh, I see you.
Hello? Okay, good. I think my whole computer just
I see
buffered
you.
for like 4 seconds there. Okay,
Oh, we have you. Don't worry.
good.
You
Okay.
can't escape, Owen. You can't escape the critic.
Sorry,
You're
back over
stuck
to you.
here. No, not a problem. I'm glad you're still with us. I just reminding chat that we do have a Q&A section at the end. And so if you have some questions and you would like them answered, please feel free to pop them in the chat and we will grab them and put them aside for later. Exactly. Nice try, Owen. There's no leaving this stream early. Chat, you and Owen are all stuck with me. So I hope you enjoy your time here. Because now we're going to move on to our next topic, which is subscription discount promotions. Okay, what is that? A subscription discount promotion allows you to offer a discount on sub bundles throughout the year outside of SUBtember. So basically, it gives you control over when deals are offered for your community. So basically, if you are a monetized streamer, you can set up promotional opportunities. And what this looks like is if people gift bundles of 5+ subs or more, they get a 35% discount. The one thing that's good to know and is important to know is that that discount is covered by you. So you, the streamer, the content creator, are offering that discount. And that differs from SUBtember when Twitch is essentially offering that discount. So we're going to definitely talk more about that when we talk about SUBtember, but just wanted to give that kind of clarification. And we want to talk about basically the planning of that. When should I run a subscription discount promotion? Sometimes I feel like it's really easy to get lost in like going with the flow. It's like wake up, grind, sleep, repeat, add a little snack in there every now and then. And in fact, Chad, just to answer your question, I am in fact the queen of snacks. And if you ever need a snack recommendation, you can come to my channel and I have a channel point redemption and I will think about what kind of snack you need and then I will tell it to you. It's called a snack prediction. Okay. I am happy to provide all of the snack recommendations for you. Definitely. And moving back to what we were talking about, which is like planning when to run one. When something fun is going on, okay, you have 7 annual tokens. So basically that means you can run 7 of your own subscription discount promotions. And so I would think anytime there's something fun going on, it would be a great opportunity to offer that, right? It could be like, it's my birthday. It's Owen's birthday. I beat something cool in Minecraft. It's Christmas. It's Halloween. It's Valentine's Day. I love Easter. I love summer. Welcome to fall. You can make up an opportunity for a special event in your stream for anything. And that's actually part of the reason I love Twitch is that it could be a Thursday and it's like, hey, I normally know we have tacos on Tuesday, but now we're doing tacos on Thursday and it's a very special day. So we're going to do something special in chat and have awesome things for people to redeem, right? It's a really fun to just come up with things on a whim and involve your chat. They love it. They love to be integrated into what's going on and have a great time doing some cool stuff together. So consider special events, holidays, any kind of annual celebration. Maybe you finally beat a game that you've been trying to beat for a long time and you want to have a party. I can have a party any day of the week. So consider using subscription discount promotions to help plus up those events for you. Owen, let's talk a little bit about how we set those up and
Yeah.
why we should care kind of about them.
Yeah, it's super easy. As with a lot of these things, the easiest way you'll find to turn them on or to go ahead and find out where they are is the create a dashboard. And do not underestimate the power of that search bar at the top. A lot of the keywords that we're saying will take you right to where you need to go. For example, if you go to the create a dashboard now and just type in either subscription or discount or promo or any combination of those, you'll be taken to the subscription discount promotions page, which you would have seen in the previous asset. It's that little screen in the middle where you basically have a drop down of how many hours you want the subscription to be active for. You've got a total of 70 available to you, and you can have it be so you can have it happen just before you start streaming, and you can maybe have it happen throughout the stream, depending on how long you want it to go on for. And you have like 7 tickets, as it were, which expire at the very end of the year on the 31st of December 2025. And as long as that is active, it means that 5+ gifted sub bundles will be 35% off. So that's how you can turn it on if you want to have it enabled. We have found analytics indicate that you can have an increased number of gifted subs. We've seen up to 80% when this discount promotion has been turned on, which has a potential to increase revenue up to by 42% when utilized. It might
Which is
sound
crazy,
counterintuitive.
chat.
That is an
That's
insane
crazy.
amount
Also, that's
because
a
you would.
secret, okay? I
Oh
just want
yeah,
you to
it's
know,
a
I
secret
pulled that
analytic.
out. It is a secret analytic. I pulled that analytic out from the depths of Twitch. They said I could kind of say, I said it. Okay, you're welcome. So you should definitely consider I mean, that's huge. Like increased gifted subs to 80% has the potential to do that. Like that's
Mhm.
bananas. Anyways, don't tell anyone I told you. Just take this information for yourself and apply it, and then carry on your merry little way and just say, wow, I'm winning. What a W. And then
It
carry on.
feels counterintuitive because you would expect maybe revenue would increase. You wouldn't be able to expect that if we're kind of cutting that down. But based off of the fact that I think, did you mention earlier it's a 50-50% cut between Twitch and the creator? I went to go double
Typically,
check
yeah.
on the wiki. In these promotions, the cost of the discount is split evenly between yourself and Twitch. So that's covered 50-50. Which means that, even though you're going to be seeing less per sub, the more subs that you manage to pull in, you can see an increase of that when utilized.
Mhm.
There's also great opportunities outside of the monetization factors of community engagement and discovery. Twitch helps promote these discount promotions as they're running. So when somebody goes
Yes.
to gift subs, pressing the gifting sub or opening the subscription menu while your stream is running, they'll be able to see that these discount promotions are happening. They'll also be able
Mhm.
to see with banners underneath your channel page talking about that subscription happening. And also, you can probably see
Mhm.
if you're on Twitch on desktop, I think it's also active on mobile. You can see on the left-hand side of your screen, you'll be able to see all of the different streamers that are currently live right now. If you have a promotion running, that will be advertised under your name there as well. So it's a great way to kind of pull people in with these flashy promotional words to kind of help with that engagement and retention. So even
Which is
peeking outside of
huge.
a monetization part is a really great opportunity.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, like having Twitch promote that for you in all of these places is absolutely awesome. So anytime somebody clicks in to gift you a sub, it's like, oh, hey, if you gift 5, then it's going to benefit them, right? And that's
Mm.
absolutely awesome because the people who are going to gift you subs are already people who want to support you and want to encourage you. And so it's really
Mm.
awesome that Twitch is already creating things that will promote this for you. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
So though the subscription, as we've mentioned, the subscription promo discount is covered 50-50 by Twitch and by the creator. Something that isn't covered 50-50, and Twitch helps with the discount for this, is SUBtember. SUBtember
Yes.
represents Twitch's annual celebration. It's our favorite time of year that benefits both streamers and the communities through subscription discounts and other exclusive rewards. This event can create an opportunity for creators to boost revenue while viewers support their favorite streamers at reduced costs. But you might be wondering,
Mhm.
what is SUBtember? Well, it's difficult to pin down an exact definition because it does change every year. This year, it's happening from the
Mhm.
29th of August through to the 1st of October 2025. But as a general term, you can expect percentages off subs, which Twitch covers the difference of. There's a lot of different information that you'll be able to find via that lovely link that's in chat right there. That gives you all the
Yes.
nitty gritty details. But just to give you kind of like an overview of what you can expect, 25 specifically for this year, 25% off 1 and 3 month subs, 30% off 6 month subs. And again, Twitch covers the difference on those, as well as treasure
Hmm.
trains. 35% off starts at level 2 instead of level 5. So if you do manage to get a treasure train, you basically get that discount opportunity quicker than you would normally during the running of
Rad.
SUBtember. Do you
That's
want to
pretty
cover any of
rad.
the other things that we can expect? There's a specific one which I'm particularly excited for that's happening more towards the end of the month.
Yes, absolutely. Well, as we all know, September is the most wonderful time of the year. It is such a great opportunity to amplify what's already going on. And, I would also recommend maybe setting some goals. So, this is an awesome time to reach new levels of, the amount of subscribers you have, or setting a goal with chat, or saying, like, oh, I really could use some more professional lighting. Let's see if we can get 100 gifted subs over this month, and I'll be able to put that towards that. It's a great, great opportunity. And I would definitely encourage you to set some kind of parameters for your chat that they can work towards that will benefit them, and reward your community for being a part of everything. And of course, there's lots of fun things going on. And especially at the end of this month, there's going to be something absolutely awesome, which is going to be about bonus gifted subs. So from September 26th to October 1st, which is when September ends, thank you, Valorant. Valorant is going to add one extra sub to every 5 gifted subs. So that is the absolute best time of the whole month to gift those subs, as the creator that you are being so generous towards is going to get an entire extra gifted sub in their channel. And it's going to be absolutely awesome. So I would highly encourage you to take advantage of this. And this is not an ad, but like, how rad is that? Thank you, Valorant. That is so cool. I'm very stoked about this particular thing. And I'm going to have to think of my own ideas on how I can plus this up in my channel specifically during that time. Like, maybe I'll set a secondary goal on something I want to kind of unlock and figure out how I can kind of plus that experience up. Chad, I'm curious, have any of you participated in September before? Have you streamed during September and had a good experience with that? Have you gifted subs to your favorite streamers in September? I know that I always make sure that I pop in a few subs during, or pardon me, pop in a few streams during September so that I can take advantage of the best time. What about you, Owen?
Yeah, I think
Do you make sure to
there's
have
a
streams?
general
Do you do
push.
something special?
Yes, yeah. I actually do know a few creators who specifically do subathons over September in order to kind of capitalize off of that incentive.
Yep.
I think that the Valorant extra gifted sub on top of the 5 is a really nice, clean cut concept, which chat will be really quick to understand. Because when you're throwing these numbers at them,
Hmm.
going like 25% off,
Yeah.
30% off, I think they occasionally it can be a bit like, I don't
Yeah.
know actually what's being offered here. So don't shy away any kind of creators and streamers who are in chat who are looking to kind of plus up from this. Uh,
Hmm.
the attractiveness of those, like that last week, is basically being like any 5 gifted subs, Valorant gives an extra one on top, is a really nice kind of slogan that you can capitalize on. Is
Yes.
Valorant already doing that? It's not currently happening right now. It's from the
Yep.
26th of September onwards through to the
Yes.
October 1st.
26. Yes. Could we get that asset back up again just so they can see that visually? I know it's a lot to take in when we're just like constantly saying things verbally, but visually, here it is in the top left for you. So it is
Hmm.
or pardon me, that is actually the date. I'm so sorry. I thought we had the date of the bonus, but
Oh
September
yeah,
is
that's for
going
the whole
from
September.
August 29th to October 1st. And then at the very end, it is going to be September 26th. So just to clarify
Yeah.
those numbers and details that we shared with you. So I know Owen shared some other, kind of plus ups and reasons to participate in subscription discount promotions. But here are the next details that are super secret. Okay. So once again, don't or do, I mean, tell your friends and family, just don't tattle on me, Okay. So here it is. Why should you engage in September? Did you know that participating in September, maybe I should whisper, can increase your revenue by up to 40%? That's really huge. So it has the potential to increase revenue. We've seen increases all the way up to 40%, which is absolutely enormous. So it's definitely a great time to lock it in and participate in something fun that's going on. it can be easy to kind of let things pass us by when there's so many opportunities, there's so many things going on. But September is arguably one of the best times to get involved. So definitely consider encouraging your community to be a part of it and enjoy all of the fun benefits that are going to be going on this month, and just have a great time. It's just awesome. There's going to be increases in community engagement. There's going to be a September 2025 badge. We all love a badge. I didn't get the badge last year, and I was very, very sad. You can see that. I'm so sorry about your name. It's Skakotl. I don't know. SD Coddle. I'm so sorry.
Mm.
They have the badge from this year. It is the cute SUBtember little purple
Oh,
guy,
cool.
and he's wearing sunglasses, and then Izzy loves sushi has the one from 2024, which is the little purple guy but no glasses, and it's so cute. Honestly, I too love a good badge, and you too can have this this badge by participating in September. So definitely get on board and just support your favorite streamers, your family, your friends, and it's a good time. It's a great time. If you're looking for, I know I saw a lot of questions about these dates and about these specifics. So if you're looking for the specific information as well as any of the disclaimers about who can give subs, what that kind of looks like, we are going to link the SUBtember article in chat now. So if you're looking for the help article, we will link it there for you, but you're also free to Google it. If you just Google Twitch's September, the help article will come up for you, and it has all of the specifics there. And there's also a blog post as well. So there is lots of places to get this information. So if you have any questions, please do refer to that article, as it has everything that you will need. That being said, it is time to move on to one of our favorite parts of the show, which is our Q&A section. And I'm very excited. I love Q&A and connecting with everyone. And we're going to start a little earlier because there's approximately 50 just kidding, there's not 50, but literally looks like 50. There are many questions here for Owen and I, so we're going to start a little earlier than we normally do so that we can answer as many as we can. If you have a question and you haven't been able to ask it yet or have it be answered yet, we are still accepting them in the chat, and they will add them to our list. So if you have a question and you'd like it answered, please feel free, and we will do our best. Okay, no one said I have all the answers. I just have some of the answers.
I've been so quiet for the past 6 minutes because I'm digging up the answers to a lot of these questions so I can give chat what they
Oh,
need,
that's really
specifically revolving around
smart.
September.
Wow,
So
shout out
yes.
to Owen. Go
Do you
for
want
it.
to grab one of these?
I mean, it sounds like you've done the. Sure, I can definitely do one. Okay, let me see.
Sure.
What is the best? Oh, this is a good question. This isn't specifically about this, but this is a question we get quite often. So this is a really good one. So, what is the best way to get to affiliate? I love streaming. I love games. I play and I love talking. That's awesome. This is from Tegan343. The best way to get to affiliate is to find a game that you love to play and engage with your people that come by. It is very difficult to get people to come and find your stream when you have like less than 5 CCD, when you're trying to work to affiliate. Connecting with other people is a really great way to start to like get to know other communities, get to know other people, promoting, like making fun clips from the content that you do create and then sharing them outwards and driving traffic back to your Twitch channel. Those would be some of the basics. Of course, I could answer this question in more detail, but a lot of the information that I would share with you is available on Creator Camp. And so if you go to Creator Camp, I would recommend checking out like growing a community, as well as there's a what should I like how to decide what to stream. Those two things are what I usually recommend for people when they're very first getting started and trying to navigate that. So I hope that that's a little bit helpful for you.
Absolutely. I can grab a question here from Sarku, I believe. Are all of these things you're talking about built into Twitch, or are some of them additional modules or tech from outside Twitch? This was earlier when we were talking about stuff to do with bits and subs and alerts. Specifically, pretty much everything I mentioned during that segment is stuff that is available in-house on Twitch. Specifically, I think they asked the question while I was talking about text-to-speech. Twitch offers that in their in-house alerts. So if you go to the creator dashboard on the left-hand side, near the top left, there's something that says alerts. You can set up all of your alerts on Twitch. You can have variations, different sounds, subscriptions, gifted combos. There's a bunch of different stuff there. And as things become available more on Twitch, that's going to be one of the first few places that you see it. Because we're basically ready to have that integration put in. And text to speech is also a part of that. You can have it be specifically for 100 bits upwards, or you can have it maybe as a random thing if you want to have like variation. But basically, everything that we said during that segment is available on Twitch.
Great call out. Really good call out. Next question is from Dally. How would you recommend or encourage chat to start hype trains more apart from the badges and emote rewards? Great question. Literally just adding in extra incentives in your channel. Okay. Literally make it up. Just be like, okay, look it, I got this cute, I had an apple stuffy, but I would be like, look, I got this cute apple stuffy. This is taking a page out of Owen's book. And be like, okay, every time we set off a hype train, I'm going to get the apple stuffy out and it's going to thank everybody who participated in the hype train. So it's going to be like, thank you, Owen. Thank you, Dally. I just made that up. You can make it. This is the best part about Twitch is that you could do, right? You could do anything. And so I would just like, what does your chat like, right? Like, what does your community like? And then take that, make it a little bit weirder, and then do it and see what's happening. Oh, yes, I am forgetting. Chat says you're forgetting that you can also get bits for SUBtember badge. Yes, I forgot about that.
Oh,
because
cool. Nice.
It is SUBtember, but the bits also, I believe, lead you to unlock that. Once again, all specifics are available in that link. So please do defer to that.
I'm seeing a lot of questions regarding about SUBtember. Specifically, I think one of them that was mentioned was if somebody gives like 25, 50, 100 subs, does Valorant during that period add on to every multiple of 5? I haven't been able to find anything specifically about that, but what might interest chat is I found information regarding on the FAQ. If you give like 5 tier 2s or 5 tier 3s, the sub that's gifted from Valorant will match the tier of the 5 bundle that you give. My intuition is saying that it's...
that's good to know.
Yeah. My intuition is saying, from what I've understood, where it's saying every 5 gifted, they'll give 1. My intuition says that might mean that they add them on and it kind of stacks. But I think the best way is probably I'll just go check and maybe report back in a future segment, or I don't know, let people know in some way. If you do have any further questions, chat, typing in SUBtember 2025 FAQ will bring up a whole slew of different questions that have been asked by the community that have been kindly answered by Twitch. So if you need any more clarification, that's your best place to go for all of those.
Yeah, I'm going to pull one from chat really quickly to add in, because it kind of goes with Dally's question that you just answered. It's from the Sweeterman. It says, what's the best approach to making the best out of SUBtember and hype trains, especially reaching a higher level hype train? I would suggest the exact same thing I said. So hype train has it built into it where it's going to already reward people who participate with new emotes. Once again, I would give your chat incentives to participate, whether it is something completely unhinged or something really small. I've done things where I'm like, hey, if you participate in this charity campaign, I will write you a poem. Okay, I will write you a poem, handwritten, and then I will mail it to you. It can be, you can make up whatever you want. I've seen a lot of people with like subs and bits for SUBtember or subathons be like, okay, I'm going to do a board of flowers behind me. And actually, maybe I should do this because I have this white wall behind me at this moment. And I'm going to write on there your name on a flower, and then I'm going to put the flower in the background. And so not only does that thank people, they get to see their name on the flower, then they also get to see it in the background. So once again, we're just thinking of ways that thank our community in ways that we already know that they like it, right? So hopefully that pluses that one up.
I'm going to grab this question. It's a little bit of a curveball from what we're talking about here on monetization, but I do think it's an important one to go for Creator Camp in case anybody's gotten to the end of this episode and wants to know the details here. Praffle has asked, why is the discovery bad on Twitch? It's an interesting question and definitely a big topic that we could open up, because I think it depends on the mindset you have when you become a creator on Twitch. And this is something that I found in my early days as well. That I was like, I don't know how to be found in the first place. Twitch is a platform where the type of discovery that you're used to, be that on short form or even long term or long form videos, be that if you're watching a video on YouTube or you're scrolling through some kind of Instagram reel, there are opportunities constantly to introduce you to new content without you feeling like it's breaking up the immersion of what you're currently doing. Be that through a whole list of videos on the side, or you not even realizing that in the background, the algorithm's kind of grabbing the next thing to show you. If Twitch started basically saying like, oh, hey, you're in the middle of watching this live stream, but we think we're going to actually push this new different live stream over to you because we think it'll help this person with the discovery, there would be a riot from streamers, from viewers. People like what they're watching, and we want them to stay with the people that they're currently watching because they like the content and they should be able to decide for themselves. There's only so much that you
Yeah.
can allow an algorithm to kind of control that content that you're seeing. There is always
Yeah.
new ways to be discovered on Twitch through clips, but you will find as a creator, you will have a lot more success if you utilize a lot of different assets available outside of Twitch to pull them in and use those as kind of discoverability
Yes.
algorithms. Yeah, so I
100%.
would
Twitch
say
is giving you a lot
look.
of things to help.
So you go.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to plus up onto that. Is Twitch has given you a lot of ways to reward your community, engage people, keep them there. Part of that onus is on us to bring people in, right? And plus up those experiences and make their viewing experience of our stream so fun and so awesome that they want to keep coming back, right? You know, a lot of people click into your stream without you even realizing it, and you have about 7 seconds, right? Probably even fewer these days, like 5 seconds to make an impression, right? And so when they come in, like, what's going on? Is it super fun? Is it always putting your best foot forward on stream and showing people what an awesome place it is? You know, it can get difficult when we're juggling a million things and we've got stream going on for many hours. But I always like to remind myself of that, is that if I'm having fun, then my community is probably having fun, and people coming in are going to be able to see that. And so I always try to keep those things in mind.
Absolutely.
Okay, amazing. Is there a way to this is a great question, because I too wish I could finagle myself. I don't know how this happened to me. I missed last year's SUBtember email. I think I had like just started working at Twitch, and I think I was just like, I don't know, having a brain blackout because I, for some reason, didn't get the SUBtember badge last year, and I'm devastated because it's actually my favorite badge. So the question from Gumdrops is there a way to claim limited emotes if you miss out on them? Sorry, I thought that said badges. Apparently, I'm just obsessed with the SUBtember badge and I can't even read properly. So the question, if it was badges, is no. Claim limited emotes if you miss out on them. Okay, also, I don't think so, because I'm actually getting concerned about that hype train emote, that touch of salt one that I'm obsessed with, that it's going to go away and I'm going to miss it. And unfortunately, all of these things kind of have like limited times associated with them. So if you miss something cool, you cannot be a part of it later. And I'm very sorry to be the one to tell you that.
I'm seeing a question here. If you mod for a channel, will Twitch allow said mods to have ad-free viewing if not subbed? I'm going to actually defer. I wonder if there's any mods currently in chat who can. This is crazy of me, but as a Twitch streamer, my knowledge on the actual moderation side of things is something that I have a team behind me to do. And if I see far, it's because I stand on their shoulders. So I'm wondering if there's any mods in chat. I believe the answer is no. But I'll defer to see if anybody else knows.
No, the answer, in fact, no. But I bet you there's like a
Cool.
million mods in chat. Also, fun fact, we do have a new moderator club available, and I believe applications are open, and it is our fastest growing club and biggest club at Twitch. So if you're a mod and you're into that, I don't have a link for you, but I'm certain that you can find it. It's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm sure. A mod where? On the Twitch channels? No. They're everywhere. We've been infiltrated by the
they're
mods,
hiding amongst us.
Yes, and actually big shout out to the mods though, for real. That's a great call out. Like, actually bless the mods truly for their gift of time and energy and absolutely everything else that they do. Okay, let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna do my best to answer this question. Ironheart Fu says, I have a question. When viewers, subscribers gift subs and bits, but Twitch doesn't pay you. So basically, you need to have a monetized channel, and actually Twitch has made that easier than ever to do. So we're actually making a creator camp short about that. But basically, if you are a monetized user, Twitch does pay you. And so once you become an affiliate, you're able to extract that balance. Prior to being an affiliate, you basically accrue money on a spendable balance, and you can either spend that on Twitch or then become an affiliate and get a payout. So hopefully that offers some clarification on there.
And just to jump onto that, there was another question by T-Gun. Do I have access to hype trains? Hype trains are any monetized streamer. So as we were saying,
Yeah.
as Snackless was just saying just now, that barrier to entry for monetized streamers has been lowered recently. There'll be more information coming out in Creator Camp about that. As I think you mentioned, like a short form, a short clip explaining that.
Yes. Yes. A fun fact, we've been making shorts, myself and the producer on the back end who you don't see. Shout out to them. We have been making shorts, and they are awesome. And just to clarify, anybody, okay, so this is a bit of a change. So anyone can be a monetized streamer. They just need to fill out like said paperwork and set that up on their Twitch dashboard. Okay, so anybody can now become monetized, and then they can get that spendable balance, and then they can extract that if they become an affiliate. So hopefully that offers some more
Nice.
specific clarifications about that. Okay,
Let's see.
I lost my
I saw
question.
one
Oh,
just
here
now.
it is.
Mhm.
Oh, go ahead. You go ahead if you have
No,
one.
no, 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 no. I'll grab this one afterwards after you have another one.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go with this one because this is a good question, kind of about like bugs. This one says like I have a problem with reposting my clips to my story. I always get an error code. This feature is broken for me since the beginning. I don't know if anyone's having similar issues. I know we do have user voice, which is like a really, really great tool to report things. I also know I do know that there are people who are working on, I can tell you this right now for a fact, that there are people who are working on resolving mobile bugs. And that's really all I can say so far on that. But people are looking into that. I think that's probably the best way to like, you could also if you click in your channel, there's also like a report button, so it's like the three dots underneath the channel, and you can report streams that way if something is unsafe that's going on. But you can also submit a report, and you just go report something else, and I think that there might be a way to report that in there, but that would be my recommendation for those two things. That really goes to anything, right? Like if you see something unsafe, or you see something that isn't right, or you have a suggestion on how to make something better, that's definitely a great use of user voice, and as well as the actual Twitch reporting function on the site.
Mhm. Let me see. I saw one earlier that I was just going to grab. How do I get discovered and get subs? Says Quirks. I think so. In terms of getting subs, one of your first thoughts is you're going to need to kind of create the foundation of a community. People are going to be more incentivized to support you financially if they feel like they're going to be sticking around in that community for a long while. So we've been speaking a
Mm-hmm.
lot about how to use these tools that you've got today, but you're probably going to want to go back through Creator Camp and see a lot of the other stuff that is almost like a preliminary to this on how to build that foundation before you move up into figuring out how you can like maybe try and go full time with Twitch streaming or have it be part time if you're looking at it to be monetized. But as a sort of quick win tool, absolutely taking the content that you create on Twitch and figuring out how you can organically use it elsewhere on other platforms to kind of pull people in via your handle on Twitch is going to be one of the main ways that you get discovered and have people find out who you are. It can be tricky at first. Sometimes all it takes is a spark. Sometimes it takes more of a kind of like growing over time situation. The algorithm is
Mm-hmm.
constantly changing. And so as creators, it's up to us to adapt to see like, where can I fill that niche? How can I get people to come into the stream? Once they're there, it's up
Yeah.
to you on Twitch to be able to hold that attention. And if you're looking for ways to improve retention and engagement, then I strongly recommend checking out some of the other lessons that we've put here on Creator Camp. And you'll find yourself in good company of other people who are doing the same.
Yeah,
But I believe you
that's a
can do it.
great call out. Yes, and that's a very great answer. That answer would also probably go to Vortex the Goat, who asked, what's the best way to get views and trying everything but nothing happens? It's kind of similar to that, where it's like, okay, we need you to create great content, and then we need you to share that content out, right? And so there's many, many factors. Like you have to think about what category you're streaming in, how saturated that is, what you have that's getting your stream to stand out. The site has lots and lots of great information on all of these things specifically, as well as if you do come to TwitchCon, we have 24 plus sessions and panels available in Creator Camp. Actually, there's more than that because we also have Creator Camp tools for product now. We have like 30 plus, maybe probably 40 plus sessions for Creator Camp. And one of them is streams that stand out, right? How do I make that stands out? What does that look like? We have a lot of interactive sessions, like learning how to write a pitch and then taking that with you and practicing and getting feedback on these things. So if you do plan to come to TwitchCon, definitely check out some of our sessions. I will be there leading the charge, but truly those sessions are there and they're meant to support you. And if you're not able to make it, definitely check out the site. It's another great spot. And if you ever are looking for information on Creator Camp on something and it isn't there, please do drop a user voice post. I do check user voice for Creator Camp and try to see if there's anything that I can add in that's missing that can help you. So those are great ways to gain some of the information to some of those questions that we kept hearing about. We are nearing the end of our show, but why don't we go ahead and take one more question? Owen, is there one that you have an eye on that you'd like to take for your last?
I've been researching one. Pando Dev has said,
perfect.
will Twitch extensions get a place in the creator camp? There is no article about it. So I was just doing a little bit of reviewing.
Okay, I can answer that. That's a great question.
Go for it.
Sorry, I can pop in. Okay, so what happened is that there used to be a specific article, if you will, about extensions on Creator Camp. And I removed that. And instead, I put in extensions all over Creator Camp where they make sense to be used. So an example of that is when you go to content categories on Twitch and you go to food or drink or IRL, for example, I have a section on extensions there and why you should consider extensions for those types of streams and how they would be successful. So instead of having a generic section just about extensions, this way you can think about extensions in a variety of different ways for your stream that makes sense. Because once again, we're not suggesting that you just like add 10 different extensions. We're suggesting that you find extensions that make sense for what you're doing so that you can enhance your stream and enhance what you're doing.
That was really cool because I was doing some research while you were talking and covering other topics, and I was like okay, so there is an article, and then when I click it, it takes me to a bunch of different examples of where extensions have been used, and then hearing you basically like the author of it and why that was there is a really cool situation there to find it there. Do you have a question that you were going to jump in on? As your last one?
I got distracted.
The extension. That's fine. It was a good question.
Oh, how do you join the Twitch Mod Club? The Twitch 10-year anniversary, I think, has a link to it. We might be able to, I'm not sure what's exactly going on in the back end, but maybe we can grab a link for that because a few people were asking about that, or maybe Owen will be able to grab one. There's an application and you apply to join the Twitch Mod Club, and then they do checks in the background, and then we add you into our Discord server. And just a quick note on that is a rolling entry basis, and every day we are adding people. It just takes a lot of time as there are thousands of applications. So applicants. So I just want to make sure that is clear. Yes, and you do apply for these clubs. It is similar to our guilds as well. When the application's open, you can submit an application, and then there we go. You can submit an application, and then it's a similar process as well as the clubs. Okay, that was a lot of information. We really, truly did our best to answer as many questions as we could. It seems like Q&A is a really popular part of this segment, so we will continue to keep it as a part of this show. We really enjoy being able to connect with you and help you. Like I said, if you ever have feedback that you're trying to share about the site or things that are missing, the user voice is a great resource to communicate that through. And we do have lots of Twitch programs that do support collaboration, connection with other people, have cool events, and those are our guilds, our clubs, and all of those programs. So if you're not a part of those and you're able to apply, I would definitely recommend that. Right.
Will we be seeing any of you chat at TwitchCon San Diego just as like a final call? Because I don't know if we'll see chat again on this specific show.
You know what? That's a good shout. That is a good shout. We are pausing our October episode of Creator Camp Live in lieu of TwitchCon and the many sessions that we're putting on there. I am hosting some of those. Owen will be making a show around TwitchCon as well. Hi, MD. MD14 will also be at TwitchCon. Anyone else? Shout out to TwitchCon. Creator Camp's going to have lots of really cool goodies. I really have an urge to leak what we're doing. but I'm not going to do that because I feel like I've leaked enough stuff today.
Well done,
So,
well
but we
done.
have cool
Stay
stuff.
strong.
Okay. I have cool things to hand out to you. You will like them. Please come to Creator Camp and get presents from me for you. It's going to be absolutely awesome. And congratulations to people joining the Women's Guild and the mods getting in, though. That's absolutely awesome. If you are looking for more of these shows or more content from Creator Camp, please do check out our YouTube. We do have new shorts, and as well as all of our old shows, as well as all the shows that we host on /Twitch. They all live on our YouTube channel. So if you're looking for something or you missed something, definitely check that out. And our Creator Camp site also has resources on today's topics and more. I've said that 55 times, but it does truly have some great resources there. And there's been recent updates. So if you checked it out a long time ago and you haven't been there since, I would definitely recommend it. It is absolutely awesome. Thank you again for watching. It has been a pleasure. My name's Snackless. I do stream occasionally on Twitch still. And I want to say a big, big thank you to Orange. You may call him Owen. Or Orange Juice TV for being an absolutely stellar co-host. Let them know where they can find you and connect with you in the future.
Absolutely, chat. You can find me on Orange Juice TV on all platforms. So I'll see you there. We're currently working on a hardcore world in Minecraft, but a lot more exciting stuff coming up as well. So hopefully you see some of you there.
Yes, Owen streams are. I get stressed watching Owen stream because it's hardcore, right? So like you can't die, but it is a great show. So definitely check it out. It's great. It's great to support everyone and pop in. We are going to be rating one of our Twitch ambassadors. Stay tuned. So make sure you say a bit. When we come back, we're gonna have an awesome Creator Camp fun raid phrase.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
we said this
come
last
camp
time,
with Creator Camp or something. We're gonna get it. Don't worry, chat. We're going to get it. I just want to say a big, big thank you before we hop off to our production behind the scenes. They make this show what it is, and they make it look so smooth. So just a huge, huge thank you to our production team behind the scenes. Make sure you take a minute to go say hi to Twitch Ambassador Daytune, and we will catch you either at TwitchCon or in November. We'll miss you. I hope you have a fabulous fall. See you later.
See you later.